नमस्कार. जय श्रीकृष्ण. श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्त वृंदा. Rejuvenating text 15 and text 16 of chapter 1, the activities of Maharaj Priyavrat of 5th canto, the creative impetus of Srimad Bhagavatam. Text 15. ईशाभि सृष्टम हय वरुण ध्व हे अंग दुःखम सुखम वा गुणकर्म संगात आस्थाय तततद्यद युक्त नाथश चक्षुष्म तांधा इव नियमानाः. My dear Priyavrat, according to our association with different modes of material nature, the Supreme Personality of Godhead gives us our specific bodies and the happiness and distress we achieve. One must therefore remain situated as he is and be conducted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, exactly like a blind man is led by a person who has eyes with which to see. By material means, one cannot avoid the happiness and distress unique to his particular body. There are 84 lakh forms of life, each destined to enjoy and suffer a certain amount of happiness and distress. This we cannot change, for the happiness and distress are ordained by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in accordance with whose decision we have received our bodies. Since we cannot avoid the plan of the Supreme Godhead, we must agree to be directed by him, just like a blind man is led by a person who has eyes. Under any circumstances, if we remain in the condition allotted to us by the Supreme Lord and follow his instructions, we will become perfect. The main purpose of life is to follow the instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is such instructions that constitute one's religion or occupational duty. In Bhagavad Gita, therefore, Lord Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. Give up all other engagements. Simply surrender unto me and follow me. Bhagavad Gita 18.66. This process of surrendering by following the instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is not meant for any particular caste or creed. A Brahman can surrender and so can a Kshatriya, Vaishya or Shudra. Everyone can adopt this process. As stated in this verse, Chakshushma Tandha Iva Niyamanaho. One should follow the Lord the way a blind man follows a person who has eyes. If we follow the Supreme Personality of Godhead by following the directions he gives in the Vedas and Bhagavad Gita, our lives will be successful. The Lord therefore says, Mana mana bhava mada bhakto madayaji mam namaskuru mam e vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyo asime. Always think of me, become my devotee and offer respect and obeisances unto me. Then you will certainly come back home, back to Godhead. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. Bhagavad Gita 18.65. This instruction is meant for everyone, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. If anyone from any division of life surrenders to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and follows his instructions, his life will be successful. The previous verse has given the analogy of bulls moving according to the direction of a driver of a bullock cart. The bulls being completely surrendered to the driver remain wherever he wants them to place and eat whatever he wants them to eat. Similarly, being completely surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one should not aspire for happiness or regret distress. One must be satisfied with the position allotted to us by the Lord. One should follow the path of devotional service and be not dissatisfied with the happiness and distress he has given. Persons in the material modes of passion and ignorance generally cannot understand the plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in its 84 lakh forms of life, but the human form affords one the special privilege to understand this plan, engages in devotional service and elevate oneself to the highest position of perfection by following the Lord's instructions. The entire world is working under the influence of the modes of material nature, especially passion and ignorance. But if one engages in hearing and chanting about the glories of the Lord, then their lives will be successful and they can be elevated to the highest perfection. In the Bruhan Naradiya Puran, therefore it is said, Harer Nama Eva Kevalam, Kalau Nasti Eva Gatira Anyatha. In this age of Kali, there is no other way for spiritual perfection than the holy name of the Lord. Everyone should be given the chance to hear the holy names of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thus one will gradually come to understand his real position in life and elevate oneself to the transcendental position above the mode of goodness. Thus, all impediments to his progress will be cut to pieces. In conclusion, therefore, one must be satisfied in whatever position he has been put into by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and one should try to engage himself in his devotional service. That will make one's life successful. Text 16. Mukto api tavada bhruyat swadeha marabdham shanannabhi manashunyah yathanubhutam pratiyat nidrah kima tvanya dehaya gunanna vrumte. Even if one is liberated, he nevertheless accepts the body he has received according to his past karma. Without misconceptions, however, he regards as enjoyment and suffering due to that karma the way an awakened person regards a dream he had while sleeping. Thus, he remains steadfast and never works to achieve another material body under the influence of the three modes of material nature. The difference between a liberated and conditioned soul is that the conditioned soul is under the concept of bodily life, whereas a liberated person knows that he is not the body but a spirit different from the body. Priyavrat might also have thought that although a conditioned soul is forced to act according to the laws of nature, why he should, who was far advanced in spiritual understanding, accept the same kind of bondage and impediments to spiritual advancement. To answer this doubt, Lord Brahma informed him that even those who are liberated do not resent accepting in the present body the results of their past activities. When sleeping, one dreams many unreal things, but when he awakens, he disregards them and makes progress in factual life. Similarly, a liberated person, one who has clearly understood that he is not the body but a spirit soul, disregards past performed activities in ignorance and performs his present activities in such a way that they produce no reaction. This is described in Bhagavad Gita 3.9. Yajñarthyat karmano anyatra loko ayam karma bandhanah. If one performs activities for the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality, the Yajna Purusha, his work does not produce reactions, whereas karmis who act for themselves are bound by the reactions of their work. A liberated person therefore does not think about what he has wrongly done in his past life, but instead acts in such a way that he will not produce another body by fruitive activities. As clearly mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, Mama cha yo avyabhicharen bhakti yogen sevate sagunan samati yaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. One who engages fully in devotional service, who does not fall down in any circumstance, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus come to the level of Brahma. Bhagavad Gita 14.26. Regardless of what we have done in our past lives, if we engage ourselves in his unalloyed devotional service in this life, we will be always situated in the Brahma-bhut liberated stage, free from reactions, and will not be obliged to accept another material body. Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mam iti so Arjuna. Bhagavad Gita 4.9. After quitting of the body, one who has acted in that way does not accept another material body, but instead goes back home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.